Hey folks, this is Vint with Anti-Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Bounties of Babylon. It's important to stress that what you're looking at here is a preview build, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. So, at first, I thought this game was going to be more of a board game, like, say, Carcassonne. It turned out to be more puzzly in nature. So, this is what you're dealing with this game. You've got two white ships. Okay, and you're going to be every turn placing tiles down in order to, well, create the map. And you're also going to be rolling dice so that you can determine how many spaces your ships move every turn. But here's the kicker. You only have so many turns in a round in order to meet a certain victory point goal. And to get victory points, you have to land on tiles of particular bounties. So there are different bounty colors. There's blue bounties, there's green bounties, yellow bounties, and so on. The tiles themselves are color-coded around the outside. And you actually earn more points if you land your ship on a tile that has the same colored tiles connected to it. So if you, in theory, have 3 blue tiles connected to each other, and you land on one of those 3 tiles, you're going to be able to harvest up to 3 of those bounties, 3 resources, I guess. And the other tiles on the map are typically cities and special spots like treasures. The cities are where you go to sell your bounties. It doesn't seem to matter what ship picks up your bounties. It seems like your inventory becomes shared no matter what ship harvests these bounties. But again, you're tasked within a certain number of turns to get a certain victory point value. And when you go to a city, there are merchants there that you can sell these bounties to, although you can't sell all of them. The different merchants will demand different things, so it's up to you to like puzzle out which bounties are the most valuable right now and which ones you should be going after. There's also an enemy black ship that will be moving around and placing tiles as well, and if it happens to land on you, you lose a life, and you only have so many lives. If you land on the black ship instead, you win the combat, and you get to take some of their bounties, so that's a thing as well. In addition to earning victory points, by landing on tiles, collecting bounties, and then selling those bounties to cities, you can also earn victory points by landing on treasure chest spaces, and sometimes there'll be artifacts there, sometimes they will be bounties there, and they will give you victory points as well. There are also quests at the beginning of every round, like harvest from 4 tiles all in one round or something like that. It'll task you with doing different things, and if you complete these objectives, these like achievements so to speak, you get extra victory points on top of that to help you make your quota. See, that's the biggest problem I have with this game. I thought it was going to be more board gamey in nature, in the sense that, okay, this is one long play session, and my goal is just to beat my opponent by outplaying them over, say, a 30 or 45-minute stretch. Not the case. You've got, like, in the first level, I had a total of 2 rounds, or 1 round, rather, and 2 turns in 1 round to meet the victory point goal. So I literally had 4 moves, 2 for each ship. So on the first turn, I could move each ship once, and then on the second turn, I could move each ship once, and that was it. If I didn't complete my quota, that was it. So I'm like, well, that's more puzzly to me. That's less of a board game and more of a puzzle, and I didn't care for that, especially since you're rolling dice for each ship. And what if you rolled low and couldn't get to where you needed to go? For both ships. So, like, RNG, like random number generating, it could screw you over if you're consistently rolling low numbers on the dice. So I'm kind of concerned about that, too. So, like, at first I was really excited to play this game, but, like, I hated the time limit. I hated, I only have 2 turns to do this in? That's it? Like, and then once you beat a round, you move on to another map and everything resets. You get new bounties, you get new challenges or new quests rather. It's just like the whole map changes. So what you were building for that 1 round, like the map that you were building, goes away and new stuff comes out. So you're not really building a map long term. You're building a map temporarily for the purposes of that round only. Again, I was hoping for something a bit more legacy-like, in the sense that this map that I'm building is going to stay this way for 30, 45 minutes while I try and get more victory points than my opponent. That's just the board game person in me, like, because I play both video games and board games. So, you know, I was actually kind of disappointed the more I was playing this. I'm not saying it's not a bad game. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of you've got different resources that you're trying to collect, and you're trying to strategize, you know, when should I bring my ships to the city to sell all this stuff? What resource, what bounty should I go after next? That's fine, but if you're going to limit me to like a whole 2 turns, like it's the same reason I don't like Gloomhaven, the board game, because it's more puzzly, it's less open-ended. Unless you're making super efficient moves, you're going to fail. So this isn't really like, there isn't a whole lot of strategy here. It's find the most efficient set of moves is what it is. And I don't like that. Give me something a bit more open-ended, something that'll last a while, something I can play around with. That's what I was looking for in a game like this. But if this interests you, then by all means check this out. The game will be releasing in about a week's time, so hopefully the developer can add more stuff to this game before then. Well, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.